Purchase the Millionaire Savings Plan available on Amazon.com and BrokeGeniuses.com. Learn how to break the paycheck to paycheck cycle, get out of debt, save more money, achieve your financial goals, and live a better life.
Hey, you guys, this is Courtney Camaro. I'm outside of Muhammad Ali's real original home. We're in Chicago, and I wanted to shout out Al's Botanics and Herbs. Man, when I tell you, I am one of those people that has insomnia. I can't sleep. I can't focus on some days because I'm so sleep deprived, and this has helped. This is one of the mixtures he has that helps with sleep.
What's going on today? We are going to talk about Kaizen. What is Kaizen? Kaizen is Japanese philosophy for self-improvement. What's going on? Quasi, Nino, you got a lot of aliases out there. Narratives and dialogues. That's your name right now. Narratives and dialogue. We're gonna have to get that. What you mean? Kaizen? Self-improvement? Quasi Nino. Okay, yeah, that's what I pretty much, you know what I'm saying? That's what you first introduced yourself as a couple years ago. Yeah, we're gonna be talking about quite a bit tonight. We're gonna be talking about a lot of different things. We're gonna be all over the place tonight. It's gonna be kind of a long show. We're gonna be talking about a lot of things. I'm gonna be dropping a lot of bombs tonight, so don't be surprised if you pretty much get a bomb drop, because we're gonna be talking about quite a bit tonight. This is kind of like something I'm doing because every now and again people kind of get stuck. Even myself, you get kind of lambasted with the chaos of life, and you forget that I gotta keep rising to the top, um and give it all I got, pretty much like you know I think that was Be Nice, CL Smooth. So we're gonna be talking about that, and we're gonna be talking about a lot of different things. Basically, there's a lot of stuff on my mind, a lot of things that I saw on social media this week, and I'm gonna compile it all together. Some of the things may be interesting to you, some of the things may not, and we're gonna talk about it. So, from the start, I just want to say I want to give like an addendum. You know, avoid pretty much what I would call loser talk. Loser talk. Stroll my banner. Let's see here. Avoid loser talk. Okay. So, what is loser talk? Okay, you're gonna hear a lot of this throughout your life. You've already heard this throughout your life. let me show you what I mean by basically loser talk. So this is what I mean by loser talk. You zoom this in. So it says basically broke folks. Money ain't everything. Single folks. Marriage ain't everything. Losers. Winning ain't everything. It says we all know these are miserable folks. Not only are they miserable, they're mentally ill. This app is full of folks that try to say something ain't everything because they'll never have it. This is from Jovan M. Clark. He's got a YouTube channel and Facebook page. This was this is pretty much yeah. So I'm drinking on a little tea, raspberry royale, big Bigelow tea. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm sipping on, trying to chill out. You know, calm myself down this evening. I just call them haters, but people who got it together and or got money, they don't talk about it. That's how I roll. Facts. I'm gonna be talking about that too. I'm gonna definitely be talking about that. Um, basically, that's my goes right into uh kind of what I'm gonna be talking about after this. The other thing is change this out. Being fake can kill you. Being fake can kill you. Okay, what do I mean by this? Being fake can kill you. So, a lot of people have a problem with accepting reality as it is. Okay, it's hard to accept reality as it is. What do I mean by that? I mean, basically, you might have got a good shaking life. You might have been born with, I talked about the different spoons on my channel. You might have been born with a gold spoon. Somebody else might have been born with a wooden spoon or even a plastic spoon. Meaning your parents, pretty much, didn't really have much to offer you. Okay. So, during the course of life, you might not want to accept things as they are. You might want to pretend a little bit just to make it exciting, just to make things better for yourself in your mind. And what that is it goes into slightly kind of a psychosis where you're thinking on a delusional level and you're not accepting reality as it is. Like, for example, I can go extreme with this. You all hear about the mother that has lost so many children to gun violence, but and then we also hear a lot of women have a problem with accepting reality, dealing with reality. We all know that women have that problem very, very much. I would say women have more of a problem definitely with accepting reality for what it is. There's actually an entire industry, the beauty and fashion industry, as Quasi is in fashion. Um, it is it's pretty much kind of encapsulated in kind of like not accepting your reality and kind of like putting on a costume to pretend that you're somebody that you're not. These things can kill you, because I mean, obviously, in the case of the mother that doesn't accept that the fact that she lives in a bad neighborhood and she doesn't get her tax returns and save her money if she's a single mother and move out of the neighborhood, she goes and buys, she goes to the Gucci store or the Prada store or whatever store and spend all her tax money. It's people that's doing this now. It's women and also men doing this right now. They are, not dealing with reality. They're running away from reality. And I mean, basically, one of the things I did mention on my real estate video, the F grade video about violence and crime. Well, yeah, if you live in a grade F community, and I'm no different. I currently am working on a house in the F grade community, in or neighborhood per se. I never not realize the fact that yes, it is more of a higher chance that a crime will occur at any given time. I hear gunshots every now and again. If you probably even on some of my videos, if you really, I don't know if you have some high level speakers, it's been times, it might even be times right now, any moment where you might hear a gunshot go off. And I understand reality. Yeah, this city that I live in is going through gentrification, is going through kind of like a transformation. And how long that goes, I don't know. I mean, Detroit has got the same issues. Other places in the United States have the same issues where, yeah, any given moment, it's going to be some crime, some violence going down, and you know, not dealing with the fact that okay, maybe I need to save a little bit more money. So I might not be able to move this year, but next year, I'll have enough with the money that I have now to move. Just off just simply just being able to move, you know. Um just planning and plotting on having a better life for yourself. I mean, I'm definitely going to be talking about this flow chart that I wrote down as far as what is the most important thing in life. I'm still finishing that, but yeah, one of the things about when it comes to uh, your overall what you need in life is yeah, you need a certain level of safetyness. Now, I don't I don't I don't trip on people that want to basically pay for a mortgage just so they can, basically have a better life for themselves and their children. I don't fault nobody for that. Most people, that's generally what they do. They don't listen to me. They play the cards that they dealt and they pay that mortgage. I'm not faulting those people. To be honest with you, if I did get a mortgage or whatever, I probably would take it. I'm not gonna lie. But at the end of the day, that can also kill you as well. How do I know? I know people near and dear to my heart that, yeah, they had a nice house and they went, through a lot to get it. And, things transpired in their life and they couldn't be able to pay for it. And it really, really hurt them. It hurt them so much they got even more sick, and, it started to wear them down. And then ultimately, years later, they were dead. A lot of people died after the 2008 mortgage collapse, or economic collapse or whatever, or some people call it the Great Recession. So these things have a part or play a toll in your life. And you might not think they do, but not accepting reality is actually what a lot of you could even call it a psyops, because people in higher places, businesses even, they want you to forget the fact that you got a credit card bill in the mail. They want you to forget that your tax bill is due, so you can ultimately lose what you worked hard for, and basically get paid off, have somebody else get paid off of that, off of your ignorance, or your ignorance, right? You know what I'm saying? So, your health, not going, taking the measures that needs to be taken regarding your health, knowing that you have certain health conditions. And, the human body is really kind of very similarly designed to a car. If one thing messes up, then the other thing messes up. Then next thing you know, you have just all of these problems. And what they call it, I think the general term in the medical field is inflammation. Well, basically, what inflammation is, it basically means you got a lot of different hot spots in your body that is basically inflamed, due to either injury or something that is this is something that's going on in your body that is not right. And when you get older, yeah, you do have a lot of things that could get kind of inflamed or whatever. Like, you could have a soreness in your knee, and then you could also have a soreness on the side of your head. It's like next thing you know, you got all kind of like hot spots in your body. Well, if you ignore those things, after a while, they're not gonna go away. They're gonna get most likely worse and progress. And then next thing we the GoFundMe is being posted on social media, and then come to find out you didn't take the right steps financially to make sure that you had at least something to bury yourself with, which is a really, really bad problem. And it also reminds me to another thing that I wanted to talk about as well. Okay. uh, so that is another thing, because I'm just trying to get everything that all of these things, a lot of these things, I really, during the week, and during times of this week, I wanted to actually make a video um, about a lot of these different things individually. But I'm just going to, like I said, fill all of these things in kind of a montage, so I can just get this out. Let's see. What's it say? Yeah, I mean, it's really a thing where I try not to fall for um the banana in the tailpipe. I try to just, no matter how things change, because things change from one moment to the next, one day to the next a lot of times. But I try to realize what I needed to work on, where I failed. I did a video, and originally I posted on my Patreon, then I unvaulted it back on my page, and I basically said, okay, I see where I mess up as far as my different investments that I made. One of the things that I would mess up is not having the patience. Okay, not having the patience is a big stickler. And then another thing is steadfastness, sticking to what you know, sticking to what you invest in, and being steadfast with that. Being steadfast with whatever you need to do, whether it's losing weight, whether it's uh, doing what you know you need to do. Um, like, I ain't gonna lie, I'm going to be possibly I'm trying to figure out a way where I can get back into playing basketball a lot more, because I know that's something that I used to do when I was younger, and it worked out great for me. And throughout the years it became more difficult, but I'm going to try to get back into playing basketball more and find a place to play basketball, because that was something that I did when I was younger, and I want to get back into doing that. So I think about what I'm doing, what worked out great. If I fall off the path, I need to get back on it. That's another thing that I got to talk about as well. That's something that also that I need to talk about. Okay. So yeah, I mean, in my opinion, being fake can kill you. I've even heard cancer is associated with just kind of ignoring certain things. You know what I'm saying? Definitely, that's something that is just kind of a warning. You know, I try not to be fake. I try to be real with myself and others. Definitely try. So this is another thing. Okay, a lot of times people are not performing well. Okay, well, this is something to keep in mind. Sex is sleep and exercise primarily. It's also your diet, but a lot of why people are not performing well, is they're not sleeping well, and they're not having enough exercise. How do I know? Well, let's just say, uh, I sell quite a bit of herbs, and also am working on this myself. But I can tell you that I'm doing a lot better than years prior. Um, I can do a topic on this in itself. I really don't like to do that because my channel, I'm just be all over the place. I know, and this just makes it even more all over the place, because the thing is that you know I mean, it's people a lot of times have a problem trying to understand me. That's why I can tell you is I'm a polymath, which means I am all over the place. I've read so many books, I've studied so much, that yeah, like, if you try to box me in and thinking I'm some type of way, then next thing you know, like I said, I put the picture of my back when I was going to jujitsu, my jujitsu dojo and stuff like that, man. I mean, all I can say is I wear many hats, and I get involved in a lot of different things. Like, one minute I might be doing something, and then next thing you know, man, I might be cutting up bonsai trees, man. I change by whatever I think I want to get into. I don't fit in just one box. But yeah, I mean, everybody has sex. I mean, come on, like, you an adult. I mean, you fucking, everybody's fucking. And yeah, I mean, I try to be the best man I could be in that department as well. And pretty much, um, when it comes down to it, some people I think are blessed with certain like gifts and qualities in that department, as far as like sexual tools that you're born with. you know I it definitely, hands down, I mean, you ain't got to be a rocket scientist to point that out. But the thing is that when it comes down to it, this is something that I noticed a long time ago. But yeah, sleep and exercise, you could say, is definitely associated with sex and better sex. You know, so I mean, that's all I'm gonna go in as far as that. That's something you could pretty much kind of work on or whatever. You could just, it's a lot of books. It's a lot of books on sex. I mean, I've got some in my collection. I got Kama Sutra. I have not even really got into Kama Sutra like really, like I really want to. Um, there's a lot of life left. Even when a man is in his 40s or whatever, even if you older, it's life left. As long as you are healthy, it's life. It's a lot of life left to live. It's still people that you can meet. You need a certain type of woman to tap into the Kama Sutra, I do believe. Not just any old woman is gonna want to do to get in certain positions and stuff like that. And you might not even want to put a certain woman, a woman in certain levels of position. For example, in my opinion, like, if you know anything about Kama Sutra, um, basically the lotus position is a deep position, and is based off of you having some type of chemistry, primarily some type of like love chemistry with that woman. Well, if you don't love your woman, I was finna say bitch. If you got a bitch, and you're not really into her like that, you're not trying to do no lotus position. You know what I'm saying? Like, it it's a certain level of depthness that a lot of people have never even really got involved in. And I have to admit, I mean, I ain't necessarily saying that I have either. But I know it's a lot of toxicity and a lot of hate in the world and amongst men and women. But I am from the 80s, like Quasi here, Nino. I still have a lot of love in me. I still I still remember, I still listen to 80s songs. A lot of them songs are simp songs, but yeah, I still have love in my heart. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get it twisted. I mean, it's people, the music industry is kind of like trying to push a certain level of toxicity among black people. And they basically, if you notice, they took love out, and they brought in guns and shooting and scamming and everything, basically negativity. But I probably am the only person that probably talked about love in the last like probably what the last you probably ain't ever heard this shit on the quote unquote manosphere because everything is so versus and toxic and shit like that. And I thought about that. I was on I was on the live stream. I might as well get this out the way. I was on the live stream and I was showing these women here, these young women here. Hold on, let me show this picture. These four chicks, and I mean they were like, ew. I was like, what the fuck? It was kind of embarrassing. I will say that the overall topic that we were talking about, it was kind of divisive, so it didn't kind of fit the narrative. I was just trying to kind of change up the monotony of the discussion, but you know, I thought about it, and I'm not saying ain't men. I don't know men's who whatever somebody is doing behind closed doors, but I don't I'll say for myself, you know, if I wasn't getting no women at all or no action at all, I mean, I probably would be disgusted, absolutely disgusted with women in general, right? But I don't know. I guess because I'm getting bribed every now and again, I thought about it. I'm like, I'm getting sex bribes from women every now and again. So it's kind of making it where, yeah, I guess if I wasn't getting any women whatsoever, I would probably hate women to a pet to the umpteenth degree because I wouldn't get bribed. I wouldn't get any sexual bribes or sexual favors, meaning that I'll be pissed off. You know, I'm talking about like where I don't have to pay for it or nothing like that. I probably would be pissed off as well. But this is what I saw. I think I saw this like Friday. This came on Twitter Friday, and I'm like, man, these most of these women are what I call definitely one or two of. I think the yeah one of them. I think the number one is about a 6. The rest are like 7 up. But the thing is like, man, these some beautiful women, man. They're young, look fairly young. I mean, pretty much, I can even go deeper with it. I could talk about how basically society is ran off of the sexual drive to have sex with women.
Can I get to the news? Sweet jams.
It's niggas outside. I'm about to get a little ghetto. It's niggas outside or wherever they out in the trap house. They are selling. They are selling fucking weight because women are going crazy over the fact that they got their money, they got their cars and shit like that, and they getting a lot of sexual access from women. It's guys that are working construction. You know what I'm saying? They going to pave roads and shit like that. And if they ain't got a wife or whatever, or a woman at home or a girlfriend, they trying to pay for it at the bar or trying to pick up a chick at the bar. I mean, men make money so they can pretty much get women. I mean, I've known that shit. I mean, I figured that shit out when I was younger. I mean, uh, society is based off of like relationships with women. if you swing a certain type of way, well, it's that's another different, what I'm saying, situation. But the thing is that mostly every man, for the most part, wants to have a relationship, wants to have children. Women ultimately want the same thing. So it's like basically, I mean, even women understand this shit to the umpteenth degree, that they understand the power of, their sexual access. Some of them know how to use it, some of them don't. But the thing is man, uh, I'll be a fool to tell you that this shit does not ran off of, basically children, sexual intercourse, sexual access, and women. A lot of society is based off of, you know, uh, basically women. The value of them, you know, uh, the fact that every mostly every guy has some type of relationship with a woman. Whether it be he's married, he's got some girlfriends, got a whole bunch of girlfriends. He's going out. I mean, divorce lawyers. If you look at every aspect of life, is based off of relationships, man. Women and male and uh, female relationships. I mean, a lot of times people don't like to talk about it or don't talk about it. But I mean, you know, it might be societies that go down, and it might be dropping in population and stuff like that. United States is definitely dealing with that. You got Korea, you got Japan, you got different parts of the world that are declining in population. And I talked about that in my relationship video. As far as what's going on in society is that it's becoming very, very competitive. Is very kind of harsh, I would even say, from day to day to survive. A lot of people are not trying to have no children in that environment. We're almost, let's just call it what it is. We are in the throes of war with Russia, and that means nuclear war possibly. A lot of people ain't trying to, really deal with having children in an environment like that. I mean, I admit that is kind of harsh. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of rough to have to, bring your children in this world to have to deal with a lot of different things. But at the end of the day, I mean, shit, I like motherfucking women, man. I'm straight. I like pussy, man. I I can't say, that I'm going to just motherfucking ever stop fucking women like I did. That just I don't know why I should have to say that shit, but I mean, like, I tend to like women more of my age, but I ain't gonna lie, like younger women. I mean, I definitely like younger women too. But the thing is that, yeah, I mean, just because a chick look good don't mean that she got, she got a good, what I'm saying, mindset and all of that type of shit. She could be, a subprime woman, I call them, you know what I'm saying? So the thing is that I thought about it like, damn, what if I had all four of these women? That's what I was thinking in my mind, you know what I'm saying? And that was an interesting mindset. And let's see. Speaking of Simp songs, I was working on an album called "Song of Simps." Okay, yeah, yeah, man. I got away from all that. I belong to no group. Shit, I'm like, man. I like, I like women, man. I've been around women my entire fucking life. To be honest, I started fucking around with like young girls when I was like in Like I used to like, man, I was 3 years old. Like I never, ain't never in my life where I was like, girls, ugh. I mean, like shit. We used to play like tag and shit and all that. I mean, I don't know, man. Now I'm more cautious at my age because the thing is that I don't want to be stuck with the wrong woman if I can help it ever again in my life. If I can help not choosing wrong, and I'm definitely gonna get to that. If I can help it, if I gotta go without for a period of time, just so be it. That's just my ministry. Some guys, you know what I'm saying, they have to go do this and they have to be in a relationship. It's men, they absolutely have to be in a relationship. They have to be with that one girl, that they want to be with. And then them guys end up a lot of times blowing themselves away and then blowing they, woman away and all that type of shit because they absolutely possessed. Like they put possessed a woman and shit like that. That shit crazy. And some of the women have to go into witness protection program to get away from their guy. But these women ain't even the finest. Like you got women that look better than this. Way better than this, man. Like, where you at? You in California, yeah, man. Um, you know, I'm kind of thinking I should have probably just went and just stayed off the panel. But the thing is that yeah, it's women, man, that dudes will I mean, like they really crazy about these women, man, too though. You got one extreme, you got dudes that they don't really like these chicks like that because they have bad experiences. And I ain't gonna lie, like, I understand that, and I probably even I'll say been in that side of the game. Then you got from the opposite end, you got dudes that are violent simps or simping forces, as that is called. They'll kill you over their chick. That, or even if the chick don't want to be involved with them, they'll kill you. On some passionate type stuff over the chick. And I definitely don't agree with that at all. That them the worst simps on planet Earth. The ones that will kill you over a botch, basically. Off of no good botch. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just I just really like those stories like that make the news every single day. And it's always some low self-esteem, violent simp, you know. Um Women outnumber men. I remember when I took a biology class when I was in college and I realized women outnumber men. And I'm like, damn, I mean, women are plentiful. You know what I'm saying? That's what I thought about it. But the thing is that yeah, that's that this is probably one of the best pictures I've seen in a minute. These some nice women right here, man. You know what I'm saying? I like all four of them, man. You know, I would have one on different days of the week, and then I need a break because I got to recruit. So I'd have to take off. I'd have to take off at least 2 days, so I can get myself together, so I can get right back to it. And I'm gonna be honest with you. This is another thing. This is a sad note. Like I say, I'll be watching a lot of shit and stuff like that. So the Mormons in Utah, they be having like 10 wives, 20 wives and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Them white boys be going ham, and it's not legal, I think, but they do it on the low or whatever. They be having like a whole bunch of different wives and shit. And I saw one of them on TikTok, and she showed all her sister wives and shit. And I was like, wow, you know, that's amazing. Um, and yeah, like you know, this be their reality and shit. Meanwhile, niggas in the hood fighting over basically pass throughs and shit or jump offs and shooting each other over jump offs, man. And you know, it just you know, it's just crazy. But all right, let's see here. So yeah, so this goes into the next one here. Uh, so let's stop that. Let's go back here and share my screen again. Let's talk about. Let's see, which one is that? Okay, yeah. Okay, all right. So which one was that? Okay, that's wait, hold on. This one here. Okay. All right, so let me pause this here. Let's talk about this here. I want to see. I got some dialogue for this. Let me share my screen. Okay, that's shared. All right.
Beat because I tell them I was being irresponsible. You calling me a deadbeat because I tell them I was being irresponsible, yeah, not wearing protection. But I always tell these women that I got pregnant that I do not want to be a father to these children. And I offer to pay for the abortion. Majority of times they'll either take the abortion or they'll take a plan B. But only these 7 have kept these children. But the crazy thing about it is they want me to be responsible.
Wow. Okay, man. Peace. Yeah, like this is a guy basically, man. He got 7 kids by 7 baby mamas, and he's trying to explain the situation. Uh, you know, this is where I heard a lot of this. This goes into, all right, I told you that I don't want children, but I'm gonna still fuck you. And then the woman side of it is, well, it takes 2. Why did you still keep having sex with her, knowing that you know babies are the you know, outcome of having sexual intercourse? And it's like, you know, the thing is that it's a certain type of woman that is gonna sleep with a guy like this. It's definitely a certain type of woman that's willing to take risks or is more concerned about getting her nut at all costs than anything else. And I talked about this in my video as far as like it was basically on what if male birth control was reality. And I've heard that they're doing human trials on a contraceptive pill or whatever for men, but I don't really know where it's going. I haven't really followed it that much, but I've heard they're going through some type of human trials or something like that. But see, here's the thing. When it comes down to it, like I said, it is a particular type of woman that he is sleeping with. Because the thing is even like to a certain degree, there's certain women that men, they're not going to be able to really get with. You know, it's certain women that basically they gonna say no. They're not gonna give you the number. They're not gonna give you their Instagram. They're not going to you know, talk back with you when you're talking to them. You know, they're gonna say, please, can you get away? I do have a boyfriend or a husband or whatever. Because I mean, you know, it's women that are particularly classist too. And I agree with that. I definitely agree with whatever your type is, or whatever the type of man that you like, you should stick with that. Because I mean, to a certain degree, um I think most people should stick with what they like, just to make sure, you know, that is, at least if you settle with what you like, at least you got something that you like, versus being stuck with somebody that you don't like. But the thing is that when you hear about this type of stuff, you really can't fault the woman and say, hey, I don't want no guy that has more than one baby mama, because you get this guy. And I mean, like I say, I don't think for not 1 second it's not unlimited. I ain't gonna say unlimited, but it's a lot of women that are willing to sleep with random guys, whatever phase they go through in life, or wherever they're at in life. They're willing to sleep with a guy. Look like he got a nice car. Look like he has a brand new, like, nice car. Let's just say Charger or Challenger. You know, all you need, like I said, in the black community is a Dodge Challenger or a Dodge Charger. And you know, if you got leather seats, that's even more phenomenal to get a woman. I mean, you can have a car note or not. You know, that's all that's required. Right. I mean, cause see, like I said, one of the things I said in the video, what's going on, Tony? Is that the video I did on what would it be like in a world where male contraceptives would be the reality, is that you have certain women. Now, here's the deal. I'm not faulting men that want to be, you know, Johnny Appleseeds, or, you know, want to spread their seed out. That's our, you know, human biological imperative, in my opinion. But the thing is that there are women that they'll give you a pass, because where they're at in life is basically at a particular age, or they want a particular amount of children, or they just want to have a child. They'll let you bust all in them and make a baby, and they will not pursue you with child support. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, like, I'm really, you know, I really feel, I feel like I just give away everything, and I don't get no kudos or nothing. But I mean, yeah, I have to tell you, it's a concept called women that are actually looking for sperm donors. They're desperate to have a child for whatever reason. These women are not necessarily, it's a smaller chance that they're going to put you on child support, and you really don't even have to tell them your name. Don't have to tell them where you live or nothing like that. They just looking for a sperm donor, and they're not going to put you on child support. I mean, I feel kind of guilty giving you this free, you know, unpatreon, you know, information, you know, from a guy that's, you know, kind of been around the block, and went up the street and down the street and down the road and wrote a book about it and saw the movie. But yeah, I mean, you don't have to sleep with the particular women that I call predators. In the word, I mean, no, species women. If you ever saw the movie Species, I inferenced it in the video I did on the world with male birth control. And the thing is that the woman that is in Species, it was a Species 1 and a Species 2. I definitely I will put that in a recommended movie watch. If you have not seen that movie, it's kind of a little old, but not that old. Basically, she was an alien. The woman, hot blonde in the movie, she was an alien from another planet, and her goal was to mate with men and you know, basically have babies. So you do have women out here that you might think that they're easy and they're like just run throughs and pass throughs and whatever you want to call them, thoughts. But they actually just, they might very much be that, but they might just be just chicks that are on a mission to basically get seed. You might not know that, but they might just be trying to kind of, look for, seed. Women out here right now, they're going to the club, they're going wherever they're going, they're on a mission, and their mission is to have a baby. It's a secret mission. It's a mission that only they know. They cannot tell the other person involved, because if they tell the other person involved, which is the man, they blow their mission. And their mission is to have a child by any means necessary. And they might, like I said, two options in this scenario, or women in this scenario. The woman A is, she's going to, or number one, she's gonna go out there on her secret mission and have those legs thrown up, and then booty sticking out and poking out, and she's gonna take all of the seed that she can, and she's gonna get pregnant, and she's not gonna pursue the guys in any type of litigation to get child support, because she just ultimately just wanted to have the child. If the guy wants to be involved, it's a bonus, it's a plus, but she's not going to pursue the other party involved, which is the man that she didn't know about the secret mission. But unfortunately, like this kind of mid or young chap here, most of the women are like women too, which they are also on their secondary mission. The secret mission, but they're also on a secondary mission by they're looking for also seed, and also sperm donor, and also financier of that said child. And unfortunately, guys just don't understand. They don't, a lot of times people don't have a father, they don't have any guidance. They don't have an uncle, they don't have a grandfather to tell them what's going on, or even if they do, their uncles and family members, whatever they are, they don't put them up on game. They don't tell them what's going on. They don't tell them all the skinny. And I have to admit that it's some people in your family, they want to see you fail. They absolutely want to kind of see you they want to see you fall. They don't want to give you any information, because they want to see, that you have a hard time in life, so they can laugh at you.
Message.
But yeah, you might think she giving you some easy pussy, when ultimately it's because she wants to get pregnant real fast, because she might be, let's just say she might be 38 years old. And you like, damn, she gave me pussy on the first date. Damn, this shit was so good. Man, I bust all in it. She is women. You got to stop thinking women are dumb. It's women that track their periods. They already even know their ovulation schedule. They literally will go out that week and they will get numbers, because if they look anything above a 4, they're going to get numbers. And if they got a body, it's even a bonus. They go out, hit the club with their girls. They girls might even know the plan. They might even disclose the secret mission to their girlfriends, and they going out hitting the club. And it could even be more even crazy. How about all of their girlfriends have very similar ovulation schedules, and they both are on they're all three of them are on or how many of them are on a pregnancy pact, and they are out there trying to get pregnant and seeking financiers for the child. But you thinking it's easy, they easy and this and that, and it's a reason why they're easy. They're trying to make it easy for them to get pregnant. But I'm going to continue this video.
For some children, I told them I did not want. So for some years now, some of them been trying to get in contact with me, access denied. Because I don't really know why you trying to get in contact with me. I done told you I did not want them kids. So don't expect me to be responsible financially, emotional, spiritually, mentally, or physically with some kids I do not want. And I don't give a fuck what nobody think about it. You're not going to force children up on me. Yeah, we both made the decision to lay down and have intercourse. We both was irresponsible about the decisions we made that night. Yeah, I could have pulled out, but I didn't. And I ain't care to pull out because I'm not the one that's going to have to carry a baby for 9 months. It's the woman. In my opinion, women should be more careful on who they sleep with.
I mean, basically, like, when you start hearing about like all of these crazy ass laws and shit like that, like, you know, if you go to like Islamic countries and stuff like that, like basically like this guy, if he was in like Saudi Arabia or even Iran, which is primarily Shia, Saudi Arabia is Sunni, he would be killed pretty much. I'm not really sure about that, but I think pretty much he would be killed. I think after probably the first baby mama, I think pretty much he would die. They have like a strict different parts of the world. They have strict Sharia law. I think even in Indonesia, they just made a law to where you can't be publicly in public with like partnered up and not be married, and you can't like get caught like you know, being in any type of relationship and not being married, and you wonder why things are so strict like that. It used to be like that, you know, different parts of the world. It used to be like that, like in like you know, so it's like you think about all of the reasons why you know, they have these strict laws and shit like that. It's because I mean it's guys like this that don't make it no easier, you know. And it's like, I mean, here's the thing. This guy is I'm glad he kind of came out and said, you know, what he said. And it kind of like also goes in the whole thing with guys don't feel sorry about, you know, no child support and nothing like that. You know, it's some guys that get a bad rap. Like if you like got in a situation where the chick changed up on you, let's just say she went from, you know, being supportive to you about, you know, different things resulting to the child, and then all of a sudden she just took your child and went outside the country or to another, like you lived on the East Coast and she moved all the way to the West Coast, so it's almost impossible to see your children reasonably. Or I would even say a woman that has lied and said that the child is yours and it's not yours, you know. But guys that's purposely out here just, you know what I'm saying, getting involved with randoms, you know, and just, you know what I'm saying, just going at it like, man, I'm shooting out here. I'm out here shooting the club up. I'm shooting. I'm shooting. Whoever catch it, catch it. You know, if you don't duck, if you ain't duck, it's your fault. I'm out here shooting this club up. You know what I'm saying? It's not it's not my fault if you didn't duck. You caught one. You caught one. Like, I mean, basically, I mean, that's the thing. Like, I mean, it is what it is. I don't have no pity on this guy, none whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? I mean, um, I don't have I don't have no pity over the women either that's involved. I have no I'm just playing this video, but I have no pity on any of the parties involved. I mean, of course the children, I mean, you know what I'm saying, they going to have to deal with the fact that this is what it is. They might this video went viral. So they might have already saw, some of these children might have already saw the video. And I mean, hey, damn. I mean, I feel a little bad about the children, man, but man, this is something that on both sides, like, this guy, he basically saying, I'm a predator. I'm on a seek and destroy mission. If you gonna get destroyed, if you sign up to get destroyed for this dick, guess what? Get destroyed, bitch.
Because you're gonna be like, one of my baby mamas trying to find me so I can financially support a kid I didn't told her or them I did not want. Another thing is, these just jump offs. These the type of women that I ain't even had to do nothing for. The bare minimum, but they gave me access to their body, and they think I want to be a father to a child.
You got involved with species, she want that child support, and she gonna get it. And that's why you making a video about it, because you probably getting hit up. She gonna get that child support.
For one of them, like, I don't even have no type of love for these women. How do they expect me to love these children? Before y'all say, oh, he irresponsible, he a deadbeat, he don't take accountability. Yeah, I do. I just don't give a fuck. You ain't gonna force these children on me when I told you I ain't want them. Yeah, I can offer to pay for abortion, but at what point can I force a woman to go get an abortion? I cannot. A woman say, my body, my choice, but you calling me.
Yeah, man, that's really that's yeah.
You're automatically beta. Automatically you're beta. You're beta as fuck.
Yeah. Beta.
That's some beta ass shit. I ain't gonna lie. Like, you not giving your children any type of hope. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, your children are supposed to be like your future. It's supposed to be your continuation of yourself. You're not giving them no hope whatsoever. That's some lower tier male type shit. Definitely lower tier male activity. But people don't really probably say that, but I definitely will say that. I hands down on, when you don't take care of your children, that really, like, the worst of people I know, they take care of their children. The worst guys that I know take care of their children. You don't take care of your own children, man, that you bust out. That goes against nature. That's just not, that's unnatural. I mean, you literally saying, like, you basically the lower tier, even rats, I think, take care of their children. I don't know, but yeah. Let me move on to my next slide here. I'm gonna share, and this kind of goes into what I saw. This is like, yeah, Twitter is that shit, man. Twitter is the shit. You know what I'm saying? Twitter is that business. I joined Twitter because I pretty much Ramil, he said Twitter is busting, and Man, I joined Twitter in 2001. 2021, and it is off the chain. I'd have to say, yeah, Twitter is way better than in a lot of regards as far as freedom of speech and stuff like that. You can post like in the posts that I see and stuff like it is very very much better than Instagram and Facebook. You know, so yeah, this says the most important financial decision you'll ever make is choosing the mother of your children. You knew that was coming. You know, you knew that was coming. So, yeah, pretty much. And I have to say this. I have to say this here. This is something else I noticed. This is something else that I definitely noticed. I've noticed it's a correlation with bad investment decisions and bad mate selection. So you make bad investments, you don't even make any investments, that's a bad investment. Not making any investments at all. You know, usually I notice people that make bad investments make bad mate selections.
Message.
I myself was making bad investment decisions in the past. Um, I'm trying to be a more of a better investor as of now. I'm noticing that some of the best investors have some very good relationships with their women. I noticed that shit. Like some investors that I follow, I look at their wives and shit, their women. I'm like, damn, these motherfuckers pick good too. They pick good. Pick good women. You know. I mean, shit. It's something to this. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely something to this. And I did the correlation just as recently as I think today. I said I just I make little posts like that just to kind of put it out there so I can reference it later, as well. Kind of instead of having like a notepad or something. Um I don't recommend that. I recommend definitely having a notepad as well. Because this is actually a talking point within itself. A lot of these different things that I already said are actually videos of themselves. I'm just putting this out here, but yeah, I mean, I noticed this definitely hands down. If you can't pick a good, investment, I'm not saying everybody has to be an investor or whatever. Some people are very good at picking women. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the people that I noticed that are really good investing, pick good women though. You know what I'm saying? So this is something that I have to say. Like, it is definitely relatable. You know, even in the finance world, you have the subprime and you have the prime. That's something that I correlated to basically loans and how it relates to different types of women. It's definitely related when you look at how business relationships and actual personal relationships kind of interrelate. You'll be surprised. You'll be very very much surprised. A lot of this stuff, man, is a kind of a big when you're with your woman, you are already making a if you I could just say this. Let's say this in 2023. I know you ain't never heard this, but definitely in 2023, whoever you spending your time with and you coming up in and having raw, unprotected sex or even protected sex, that's a relationship, man. That opens the doors. If you taking somebody serious, y'all spending time together, y'all spending money together, taking trips and shit like that. That is somebody you are having some type of financial relationship with to a certain extent. I just have to say that that does intertwine. You know what I'm saying? It definitely does, and definitely if you literally, they don't call in porn, they call it a money shot. If you actually um delivering money shots or injecting money shots, I mean hands down, you've already made a financial decision just there.
Message.
So that's something that's on the docket. Okay. So let's see. Okay, so moving along to money directly, right? Okay. This is something that I gotta talk about, and this is probably something I'll do a future video on. Okay, this is something that's a self-improvement. This is something that needs to be self-improved right here. 58% of black people are paying rent. That is unacceptable. That's not acceptable. I don't care where you live. That's not acceptable. I mean, it's too many people that signing up to be slaves still. I mean, what? I mean, that's too many people, man, signing up to be slaves, man. Signing up for slavery. That's a problem, man.
What is this? Huh? This is whack. I can't get jiggy with this shit.
I'm Michael Jordan. Stop it. Get some help.
Some of y'all do need some help. This is why you don't have no money. Because see, here's the thing. I'm gonna give you a personal story. And it kind of led me to, where my path was as far as, being a homeowner again. Because this is my second house. I've already bought 2 houses, paid in full where I had a deed. It's impressive to a certain degree, but it's people that have bought way more than I have. It's always somebody that has done more than what you have, but I've done quite a bit. Some people ain't never had a deed. They ain't never paid their mortgage off or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is that when it come down to it, some of y'all just, like paying rent at the end of the day. You get comfortable paying rent. I mean, it's called a landlord for a reason. You paying a lord. This shit go back to basically European monarchy system. I mean, you like paying the nobles and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like this is what you like doing. You want to pay the lords. That's what you want. But you know what I'm saying? You don't know how to play the game, obviously. And you don't want to listen to nobody because you think you know everything. You don't know everything, but you know what I'm saying? It's just you don't want to reach out to somebody that's a financial planner, or even just how about somebody that just knows more than you fucking know? How about that? You can't talk to nobody that, you know what I'm saying, give you some advice, you know. Y'all out here really trying to pretend like you got something, trying to live a certain life, and you don't, you know what I'm saying? You just capping.
Stop the cap.
And I mean, for 2023, let's stop the cap.
Stop the cap.
You know, I mean, if anything is said, I'll give you this story before I move on to the next thing. I used to tell my sister, I said this story before. I used to tell my sister to go buy you some property. Your boyfriend, your baby daddy, father knows how to fix up houses. You could contact him. I could help you with some things. My uncle was still living. He knew, he was a handyman. You know, he taught me a lot of stuff, and he could help you. She didn't do it. She had money. She would get, big tax refund checks and stuff like that. She never wanted. She even could have, improved her credit and get a house. She never did it. She never wanted to really do that, or she probably talked about it or whatever. But she was steadfast on paying rent, getting that Section 8 voucher and utilizing it, not basically getting any property. Okay. This is something that they don't tell you. No, a lot of times people don't want to tell you this. They'll happily pay you that little Section 8 voucher money, which is becoming kind of somewhat worthless, because rent prices are still high. And a lot of people that have Section 8 vouchers are literally almost what is equivalent to getting a 50% discount. Even people with Section 8 vouchers are getting priced out because property values are so high, rent prices are so high, right? But the thing is, I told her, like, you just buy a house cash, sit on it until you can fix it up or whatever, and basically, buy you some property. Long story short, things happened. She passed away. Okay, she died in a rental. Literally within 30 days, everybody that was living with her, including me at the time, had to vacate the premises, or sign a lease. I wasn't signing a lease. Her daughters wanted to sign a lease, but they didn't have any negotiation skills. They're young. They only wanted a temporary lease. That woman needed a long-term rental to pay that mortgage. The lady that owned the property, the house was vacated within 30 days after her passing. Okay. Actually, it was like more like 60 days, because I think 1 month was paid, and then the next month she wanted everybody out the house. So I say all of that to say, you can't transfer rent to your children. The hard truth is, you die 1 month, the next month the rent due. You can even already die owing rent, and then have past due rent. That has to be paid. It doesn't stop because you died. The world don't stop because you died.
Message.
You can't transfer no damn job, and you damn sure can't transfer no motherfucking rent. You can't transfer no rental property to your children. One of the reasons why black people don't have the money they have is because they giving it away. That's why, I mean, if you want to give your money away, just give your money away. Don't complain around me. Don't rob me. Okay? When you see me doing the right thing, and I got, it's other people telling you to do the right thing or do, certain things, and you don't listen, you want to, get entertained and enjoy, folly and everything like that. Just when you see me rob the other person, you know, burglarize the other house. Don't burglarize my house. Burglarize the other people that didn't tell you. Just bypass me, okay? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm the one that told you. And you can't, okay, even on the concept of rent, gotta pay rent every month. At least in a house, if you own the house outright, you got a good year or two to not pay your taxes and they come to get your house. Somebody come to buy your house. Even you have a period of time to pay the house off even after you fall behind. I think it's like anywhere, it depends on where you live and stuff like that. But the thing with even a mortgage, you got like a good, probably anywhere, depending on where you live, about a good 4 to 6 months before the foreclosure process fully kind of goes its course. And you still have legal rights and stuff like that to kind of settle things out with the mortgage company. But in a rental, you got about a good 60 days until you got to go to court. And another a month or two till you can ultimately, it depends on how fast the lawyers is, and the eviction is paid for and filed for, depending on where state and county you live in, on how fast that eviction is. But it's usually the most fastest is that when you rent a property. Ask me how I know. So yeah, this is definitely a problem, man. And actually even more of a problem than you think it is. It is very, very bad. This is something that needs to be improved. For if not yourself, your own children. I mean, this is not good. I'm gonna let you soak that in.
The shit's chess, it ain't checkers.
Let you think about that one for a second. So I'm gonna close this out with this here, and then I'm gonna play a few. It's still a few videos. Well, it's one that I gotta play, and that's it. Okay. Respond to this mission. So this is something that I've been working on right here. This is called How to Harness Self Mastery. First thing is mind control. Control your mind. Control your thoughts. Control your emotions and how you react to every situation is key. A lot of times this is very, very difficult to do. Reason why it might be difficult to do, you live in an uncontrollable environment. You might live with others, okay? Because a lot of times, I mean, if I just gave the stat as far as 50% of black people rent. I mean, well, you might not even rent your own space. You might even have roommates. You might be living with somebody else. Like I said, when I used living with my sister, this was very, very difficult to harness because I was living around other people, okay? And things can be very, very chaotic. Um, if you're living with other people, depending on what they do and all of that. So when you control your space, let's just say when you control your space, right? You can harness this a lot more. It's a lot easier to harness this. You might have to go somewhere. You might have to go to the library or go, if it gets warm, go to the park or something like that. And focus on your thoughts. Focus on, what you actually need to do. Focus on controlling your emotions. Doing things the easiest way possible, not the most hardest or harshest way possible, but the easiest and direct way possible. Okay, harnessing positive thoughts. No negativity. Even if it's very, very difficult, things are going on. Focusing in on positivity. Okay, which is within itself the next order of business. Okay. So positivity, let's go into this. So no matter how good or bad life is, you remaining positive is a choice in most cases. Being negative is a choice as well. It might take some practice. So yeah, you have a choice between being negative or positive. Okay. Um it's a lot of reasons why a person might be negative. Okay. It might be something going on, why someone is negative. You know, um, I'm gonna share my screen and I'm going to show to just as a reminder, like if you meet somebody on the street or wherever, and you could kind of ask them what's going on. Why are you like that? What's going on in your life? Is everything okay? And this goes into the reasons why people may be hating. They are broke, living check to check. That I mean, you know, hands down, right? It's just frustrated. Has a permanent STD with no cure. You don't know. You're walking around people that are living their life. They've been living their life since birth. Some people are born with disease. Okay, disease and pestilence. This shit is biblical. This shit is, you know, uh, you know, yeah. It's religious. It's written tabs and scrolls and shit. People, we are living in a world of pestilence, right? In disease. It's people that have STDs and cancers and all kind of diseases that you don't know what these people have. They're sick. One of the reasons why it's called disease is because it's dis-ease. Dis-ease.
Message.
I got a couple videos on herpes. It's people that have herpes. You know, people that have uncurable diseases or It's not curable by standard modern medicine. They haven't caught up with it yet, or they haven't approved nothing for it yet. And you run across these people and they don't even know it. You know, one of the most hateful women that you might think of, you know, she has some type of disease. She has fish pussy disease, which is called bacterial vaginosis. You're listening to her and she's spewing out this hate and vitriol for people and all kind of other stuff and talking about, you know, kill people and kill babies and shit. She's got a fucking basically a venereal disease. That's what, and she said that in on a public chat. And you know, that's why she's not happy. You know, you it's hard to be happy when you're sick. You know, it just is. And you run across these people and you're like, damn, why is this person so angry and upset and you know, has so much to say all the time? They might be walking around with AIDS. Not HIV, AIDS, which is the full-blown spectrum. HIV is the form where it hasn't converted into AIDS yet. They could even have HIV, still the same thing, and not happy. Not happy if you got an incurable disease. You know, wife or husband divorced them, and they are worse off now. You know, it's a lot of times. You know, what do you hear? You hear that you heard that a lot on Kevin Samuels. Women will Kevin Samuels show. The women call in and they got divorced and they didn't fare better after the divorce. I would say hands down, like 9 out of 10 of the women that called Kevin Samuels show and they got divorced, they were bitter, lonely, and angry about the divorce. They weren't happy about it. Didn't matter how they looked. You know, it was like, you know, I mean, it was just something that happened, that they got divorced for whatever reason, but they are definitely not happy about it. Another one is they have cancer and it's terminal. You know, I mean, I'd be upset about that too. I mean, they're terminal, they probably not even leaving their house. Um, you know, but I mean, I'm sure they'd be pretty upset. Okay, moving along. They not getting laid, and it's been a long time since they got any. So remember, I talked about the dude that he shot up a gym, and I didn't know what the name was at the time. Well, the name is Elliot Rogers. Okay, let me stop the screen share and I'm gonna share this guy. This was his name, Elliot Rogers. He killed 6 people in a stabbing and shooting spree in California, it says Isla Vista, California. This is an article, says he's a misogynistic killer and became an incel hero. You know, I pretty much, this is something that said the incel rebellion has begun. We would overthrow all the Chads and Stacys. All hail the supreme gentleman, Elliot Rogers. Okay, so this is something old, but I mean, basically, this was retribution for him not getting laid, not getting the women that he wanted. He complained about being a virgin at 22. You know, he pretty much yeah, he was like one of the dudes that, was like, kind of made the news a long time ago about, way before they came with the whole concept of incel. That's who that was that I was trying to figure the name about who that was. But yeah, I mean, if you ain't getting laid, like, let me see here. If you're not getting laid, like, pretty much it does. It's not good. It's not good. I can just say that. And I'm not talking about like that. I think that's one of the reasons why dudes get into shootouts with the cops, and they start, basically it's like death. You're not arresting me on my dead body, like you're gonna arrest me. Like they just start shooting at the cops because they know they going somewhere where getting pussy is gonna be very, very difficult. Ain't no more pussy. Ain't no more like it. They know they're gonna be gone for a long time, and very limited amounts of vagina is going to be had in that scenario. And they just basically do a kamikaze attack and just start shooting at the cops. I think one of the reasons very much, like if guys basically could get unlimited amounts of pussy, it'll probably be dudes lining up to go to jail. But last time I heard, ain't that much pussy in prison. Okay, and guys ain't trying to go there. And I definitely believe one of the reasons why is because the pussy spigot is definitely turned off once you go to prison or even jail. There's even guys that probably even start shooting at the cops, and they probably would only had to go to jail, which is less than a year, and not prison. But they ain't even trying to go to jail. It's crazy. But yeah, you got people that are fighting, and it goes into another thing. They're fighting a case that's facing 10 years to life. That's you upset, man. You about to go in the slammer, going to the big house. You definitely got something to be upset about. They're homeless, man. I'm gonna tell you, man. If you get it, man. I mean, in Chicago, everybody in Chicago know about this, man, and other places too. One of the things about, man, them homeless people, man, if you don't give them no money and you say something to them, or if they feel a certain type of way, they might want to fight you, or they might want to cuss you out or fight you. And then I said another reason why people might be hating, they got their ass whooped today. They got their ass whooped. Well, usually an ass whooping humbles you. I think more people should get their ass whooped, but people don't want to take an ass whooping no more. They want to shoot you to avoid getting the ass. And then they ultimately, if they go to prison, then what happens? They get their ass whooped because they ain't got no guns in jail either. Their father left them, and you look just like their father. You got to think of all aspects of why people might be hating. They mama treated them like shit, and you favor her. Shit.
Message.
Okay. They got robbed, and you look just like the perpetrator. White people get robbed a lot. They're targeted, and you're black. They look at you and they like, damn, you look like the motherfucker that robbed me last night. Shit.
Message.
They ugly. If you ugly, I mean, what the fuck, man? You gonna probably be mad. Just saying. They fat and you're slimmer than them. You slimmer than they are. They don't want to go to the gym. They just they just hate on you.
This is the worst.
So they can't have kids. Yee, boy. I'm gonna tell you, as a man that's in his 40s, and you know, a lot of the people I know are older as well. Some of the people I know that's older, they ain't had no kids. Some of them, they ain't had no kids. People that don't have no kids, spinsters, are some unhappy. Some of them are bitches. I have to say it. Some of them might be okay, but it's something to affect if you ain't got no children. Something to it. I just, you know, I just can't say it, you know, as far as like what I haven't like broke it down or whatever. Maybe I should do a video on male spinsters and female spinsters or whatever, you know. But the thing is that I find, yeah, some of these motherfuckers is some unhappy motherfuckers, man. And the women are the older women that are in their late 40s and 50s are some unhappy campers. Yes, they're unhappy. Especially even women that are barren, that has never had children, meaning they can't have children. Some unhappy people. They might even be mean. They might even be evil to a certain degree because they pissed off about that shit. They feel some type of way about that shit. They mama and daddy was on crack and they was teased as a child. You know.
That basketball, turn to a my little nigga, he on the run. 100,000 just to make it boom. Back in middle school, I used to play the drum. Now in high school, 50 rounds in the drum. All my routines out the door, first run. The police keep the door, run for it, run. You know I ain't hard, again. Ain't even have to
I mean, that's somebody daddy, probably. They get teased in the neighborhood. You know, your daddy, man, I sold your daddy a pack of that, I told your daddy an 8-ball yesterday. And then everybody in the lunch table started laughing, kikiing. You know, I mean, it happens, you know. Man, your mama, I saw your mama slurping the niggas on the block last night. She wanted some crack rock. And yeah, we gave her a couple rocks. We ran a train on her too. That's some hurtful shit, boy. That shit gotta hurt. Shit. That shit, them motherfucking, them ain't fighting words. Them was probably them shooting words, man. In Chicago, man, you get shot. Niggas just be like, man, fuck it, man. I'm gonna join the gang. I'm gonna shoot y'all niggas. You know, that's some shit, man. You know, everybody was not born with a silver spoon, you know, even a copper spoon for that matter. You know, some people were born, you know, with a wooden or plastic spoon. Mama was, you know, nowadays a lot of people on heroin and fentanyl and shit, meth. You know what I'm saying? And then your, you know, that's your mom and your daddy, and everybody in the neighborhood know what their problem is. And you got to go to school still. You still have to function as best way you can in society. And you know, you have a right to be pissed off about it. You know, and you know, seek out therapy. I say anybody that has these problems, and I did, I reached you on this, man, just go talk to somebody about it. You know what I'm saying? Just talk to somebody about it. You know what I'm saying? You ain't necessarily got to go to therapy. You can talk, you can have your friend you should be able to vent to your friend. If you can't vent to your friend, if y'all vent to each other, like this ain't no friend. You vent, right? And he don't vent to you. That's a one-sided relationship. That means he not telling you his problems, or she, or vice versa. They just taking all what you say, and then they probably gonna use it against you, and then they not telling you they life is perfect. That ain't no home. They ain't no friend usually. That's a bad friend, or even a bad family member. If they do no wrong, they don't tell you what's going on in their life, but you telling them everything that's going on in yours. They not getting no child support. You got a lot of women that they complaining about they're not getting any child support for whatever reason. And, it's situation is rough. You know what I'm saying? Thus the hate. I chose wrong, and I hate all men because I chose wrong. Not because I chose wrong. It's because all men are like this, because all men are like the man that I chose wrong. They're walking and you got a hoopty. Shit. Like, man, here's the thing, right? This is what I used to say, and a lot of the guys I grew up with agreed to this. A hoopty, four wheels rolling beat 2 feet strolling any day of the week. So I mean, I don't care. I done had some hoopties. Man, there's so many times I done had a hoopty. I mean, you could even say the car I got now is still a hoopty. You know what I'm saying? Like I'd rather have a hoopty and be rolling than trying to impress somebody, trying to get some brand and spanking new and mint condition, and then catching the bus and catching Ubers. I'm gonna tell you, that whole Uber everywhere movement, that shit cap.
Stop the cap.
Because you gonna pay more in Ubers than you get a fucking car. Ask me the fuck how I know. My car was out for a week and I was catching Ubers. Man, sometimes you will get the Uber and it's a lower price, and then in a peak of like, where it's like it depends on how many cars are on the road, the weather conditions and all that. Man, next thing you know, man, your ride is like way over the normal price than what you paid. Like, that shit is all capped. That whole Uber everywhere movement, that shit capped like a motherfucker, because it's not a steady rate. Like, okay, when you get on the bus, it's the same price that it was on Monday. The same price is gonna be on Tuesday. Okay, this is what it's gonna need. Okay, I get a bus pass, and this is what, I just put the thing in a bus pass, and then I'm good. Same thing with, all public transportation, just about, right? Well, Uber ain't like that. Uber is, okay, one day the ride is $15, the next day is $25. Or the trip, the first trip of the round trip is $15, and then the round trip is $27. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, that shit cap. I definitely don't. That's why nobody here, you don't hear people talking about that whole Uber everywhere type shit. They don't talk about that.
Stop the cap.
They house is smaller than yours. You living in a mansion. They live in a cabin down by the side of the road. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, this is one of the just, I had to put this out here. This is one of the reasons. One of these reasons might be why somebody is, dealing with negativity. Okay, you could be taller than they are. I think I probably didn't put that, but you could be taller than they are. I'm 6'3". So yeah. All right. So, going back to positivity, basically, you gotta, part of positivity is sorting out your life. If it's a woman in your life or whatever, if you're a man and you got your woman is not bringing you peace, she's bringing you, without, opposite of peace is war, right? She's, as soon as you walk in the house, your daily comings and goings is war. You, 9 times out of 10, you gotta get her out your life because she's bringing you war. She's not bringing you peace. And any woman that thinks that that's acceptable is what I call a subprime woman. It might be your friends. They're bringing you. They're not bringing you peace. They might bringing you. They might bring you confusion. And definitely bringing you war. They always want to roll on somebody, and they want you to go with them. You get these people out your life, and then you basically, whatever's taking you away from positivity, get these people out your life. If you can get these people out your life, get anything that's taking you away from positivity out your life if you possibly can, the best way you can. Okay. And another thing is, kind of I feel, well, I did put this on Twitter, so whatever. I guess it is what it is. I kind of feel guilty giving my secrets away. Sexual mastery. Okay. This is what separates you from everybody else. It's not necessarily about sex so much, but this is a cheat code. Okay, the amount of energy and time wasted with masturbation and watching women tease people on the internet is a killer of progress and momentum. So all these women showing their titties and ass and showing, just absolutely showing anything, all these little outfits and shit. A lot of times it's entertaining, I guess, but when you really look at it, it's like it's a fucking waste of time. It's a waste of time. I mean, what I'm saying? Like, it just is. It just results in it. Just they call them, white boys call them cock teasers. You know what I'm saying? All of these cock teasers, just a waste of time. Really, what it results in is a waste of time. Every now and again, okay, if you want to, what I'm saying? I don't know. Like, it depends on where you want to be. I mean, it's like at the end of the day, what I find myself to do is every now and again, when I see these cock teasers, I just unfollow them because it's like they bring absolutely nothing. If I like them or whatever, and I want to reach out to them, I'll message them. They most times they won't message back, and then I just unfollow them. I just they don't bring any substance. I mean, if you're a cock tease, and let's just say you're a truck driver and you're a cock teaser, okay, you drive trucks, okay, I might still follow you because you still drive trucks and I want to see what that life is like or whatever every now and again. Or I don't know, you install drywall or something. You know what I'm saying? Like I might still be all right, okay? But if you're just a cock tease, that's all you do is cock tease, like okay, yeah, unfollow. But the thing is that yeah, sexual mastery, keeping your seed in and not out, when you're not, actively engaging in sex, when you're basically practicing no fap, that is definitely, I will say, practicing self mastery. You get more performance out of life because you're not wasting your energy. Okay, because sex is energy. Okay, that is definitely, you don't want to waste that. So another thing is, lastly, manifesting. Okay, Manifesting. Okay. So using the power of thought with action to get or create what you want is a beautiful thing. When you are enjoying your manifestation, you saw a vision and you made it happen in reality. Okay, so in my book, The Millionaire Savings Plan, I talk quite a bit about vision boards, uh, or even picture collages. The reason being is because that's something that I still use to this day, because basically I use it to harness what I want out of life, what I actually want to get out of life. I'm going to say it hands down again. I've already got a lot of what I wanted on that vision board. Uh, it is amazing. I don't know. I mean, I just can't say it enough. It is absolutely amazing. Um, and to a certain extent, I think that I got most of what I wanted out of that. That is the most hardest to get. I mean, I'm getting emotional about this shit. Like, it is so fucking unbelievable how much this shit works. Because the way I look at it is, you basically program your mind to go out and get what you want, because you train your eyes, and your eyes, basically connect to your brain and your thoughts, and you go out, you see what you want, and when you go out in the world, you program yourself to go get it. Like, you just, okay, I see it, okay, that's what I want, let me try to go get it. And then ultimately, you go and eventually try to get it, right? Then next thing you know, you got it. That's how it works. Okay, it's more to it than that, but generally that's how it works. And um these are pretty much that's how I use what I use for my manifestations. Okay. So yeah, definitely you want to check the Millionaire Savings Plan out. That's like a financial Bible. Okay. So yeah, manifesting is is ultimately some of the best things that you can get out of life and manifest it. And you could be like, basically it's kind of like Kanye West. You can't tell me nothing. I wrote down something. I made a vision board. I made it happen. Now I got this, or I'm this. You know, uh, and yeah, I done did it. Put myself on a whole nother level. And yeah, you can't tell me nothing. You know, facts. Okay, so I'm going to play this video, and for all my tall people, this is going to be this is law. Okay, this is law right here. Okay, all my tall people, you know, this is law right here. This is good advice. These women think they slick, trying to get with us tall guys and whatnot.
Okay, explaining what your height means. I did one for women, now it's time to do one for the men. If you're 5 foot to 5'5", I don't have to tell you you're short. Everyone is probably constantly reminding you that you're short. So I'm not going to, but I do empathize because it's annoying. If you're 5'6" to 5'8", you don't have to lie about your height, because oftentimes you're going to be dating women who are shorter than you. And women who are shorter than 5'6" don't exactly know what 6 foot is. So you are okay. All they know is that 6 foot is like in this region. It's just around here somewhere. The only women that know what 6 foot is women who are taller than 5'7", because they know what 6 foot looks like. If you're 5'9" to 5'11", stop telling girls that you're 6 foot. You ruin it for everybody else. Yeah, this is all your fault. If you're 6 foot to 6'1", then you're tall. I personally don't think you're tall because I'm like 6'7", so my opinion is invalid. But yeah. Okay, now listen to me. If you are 6'2" plus, you are taller than like the majority of people you are ever going to come across in life. But what you guys need to do is stop dating women that are 5'2", 5'1", 5 foot, 4'11", because they're trying to ruin the gene pool, fam. They're trying to destroy your genetics. What's gonna happen is you're gonna have a son and he's gonna be 5'11", and that's on you. That is your fault. Oh, Dad, am I gonna be as tall as you one day? No, because my poor decisions have stunted your growth.
Message.
All right, another one. I'm gonna leave you with this one here. Just a reminder from the OG Dick Gregory. Let's see here, right here. Let's go.
Folks, you can't, it was 24 hours to a day. So they tell you you're supposed to sleep what?
8 hours.
And so now you got how many left?
16.
And then you're supposed to work what?
8 hours.
And now you got what left?
8 hours.
You haven't cooked. You haven't got dressed. You haven't said hello to the children. Sleep deprivation. That's how they get you. Sleep deprivation. Huh? You haven't watched TV. You haven't called your mother, your children. Sleep deprivation. It's right there. That's why the rich folks, you better not try to call their house after 8 o'clock at night. They sleep. You work midnight, what they call the midnight shift?
Graveyard shift.
Graveyard. What graveyard mean what?
Death. The cemetery.
Death. Okay. Cemetery. Why? 90 minutes after the sun go down, your brain get recharged. After midnight, the charging stops. If you're not home by midnight, you turn into a what? The nursery rhyme. Pumpkin.
Pumpkin. Yeah.
What's the only part of your body look like a pumpkin? Your head.
Message.